Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of RaftCraft. In today's episode we have some pretty important and big plans, but before that I'm going to build a second floor to my base. The plan I've made with this base is that I'm going to most likely be working at this base in segments, meaning that I'll probably add a little bit to the base every episode until it's fully finished, instead of dedicating an entire episode for interior-rating the mansion. I still need to move in some storage and whatnot, but for today we'll just build the second floor and worry about that later. I'll quickly speed this up and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, now that the second floor is done, I think we can get to cracking on the actual main project of today that I wanted to work on. And that is, simply put, a quick villager breeder and a really quick villager trading hall. And the reason I need this is, well, simply I want mending books. And, well, my tools that are quite close to breaking. Everything except my pickaxe is and sword are basically at the breaking point. And these are pretty good tools, I would say, and I would like to conserve them. So that's basically what we're gonna be doing today. Now I will be temporarily setting the villager breeder right outside this house. Don't worry, we'll make a dedicated area for farms and villager breeders and you know, everything of that sort later on in this city. But for the moment being, I think it's just good to make a quick temporary villager breeder, you know, right here, right now, and get the villager trading hall. I was thinking that it could be a nice addition to the house if I just add it to the kind of side. Also, I missed a pillar here, but I thought it could be a nice addition if I add it to the side. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Now the first part of getting a villager breeder and a trading hall set up though is well, you need to find villagers. So I'll see you guys in about 2,000 years when I find some. So we found a villager on 700 blocks away from our base, and as you can see, I have the 2 required villagers in boats. Now I just have to transport the villagers to my base, which is going to be a journey since it is a far distance away. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, so let's get on to it. And that's the first villager done. Let's go get the other one. Okay, and that's the second one. Those are the 2. So now that they are in place, all I gotta do is, well, build up first the breeder so I can transport them into the kind of a little chamber that they're going to be breeding in. And yeah, I gotta build the contraption and then I gotta move these in and give them some food. So I'll build a breeder. Let's go. Oh yeah, this should probably go without saying, but I'm actually using the classic design that's developed by... Actually, I'm not sure who it was developed by, but I know that one video that I used to get it down, you know, first time. Nowadays, I don't need a video to build it because I built it about, I don't know, a quintillion times. But I'll leave a video down in the description for anyone who would like to, you know, basically copy it as, but anyone who would like to learn how it works and everything like that, I'll leave a video down in the description to Impulse SV's video. And I also think he's a fairly good content creator, just as of general, so you should definitely check him out. Anyway, let's continue. Now, I did do a little bit of a mistake here. I should have actually first filled in the stars with water, which I didn't do for some dumb reason that no man or woman can explain. It is what it is. I'll fill it in this way, you know. I call this the poor man's way. Get off me, spider. That should be the last of them, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I will still double check this just in case, because missing even one of these stars will lead to disastrous results. So it's always good to check. And we missed one. Okay, so that's all of them filled. Now, one thing I forgot to make, but thankfully I have a crafting table with me, is I actually have to craft a hoe for this. This is the only thing a hoe will ever be useful for. So yeah, so now basically what we just do is we sow all of this, we turn all of this into, you know, plant land, and we plant some carrots that I have with me. Like an absolute genius, I didn't actually remember to bring my bone meal with me, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'll just plant these 23 carrots and wait for them to grow. And yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna plant all the carrots in, and yeah, so I'll see you guys after I'm done sowing all of this land and planting all of the carrots. As you can see, the carrots are now planted, and with the exception of the farmer, this section of the farm is now functional. Now all that's left is to build the breeding chamber, which should be as simple as building 2 blocks out and adding trapdoors to every side like that. So we will build this place up like a bit of a circle in a sense. And here we actually want to place down a fence. And don't worry, the fence is not going to actually connect to any of these blocks ultimately. It's just... Oh yeah, I forgot to craft me some beds and I don't have wool. I'll be right back. I got the beds. So now I just need to place them. And this is actually surprisingly difficult with the setup that I've kind of jinxed myself here, not gonna lie. And that's kind of the bed ring. And now we need to just remove those spruce planks underneath the beds and build a little kind of unit for the new villagers to drop into. And that's gonna be the entire farm. Okay, and I've made a little runway up that if this works as it should work, these villagers will basically just run up this little thing, and it should be as easy as just breaking this boat and letting them run into their own little trap. Oh my lord. They should automatically pathfind to the breeding area, but... well, they're apparently being very stubborn. These guys should automatically pathfind to this block here, but I'm not seeing... I don't see why they're not pathfinding to it. They just jumped off. Oh my lord, I'll skip to when I get them in there.
1 hour later.
Okay, so I got that the villagers are now in place, and all they should need theoretically is food. However, I'm not gonna do that right now. I first need to clear out this bridge. So I'll see you guys in just a second when I clear this bridge. Okay, and we have the villagers in place, so all we need to really do is give them food now. So you know, I'm just gonna drop them some carrots. They should pick those up, and if there's any surplus, they should drop it down to the tube. I should have actually dropped a hopper down there to collect the excess carrots, now that I think of it, but we can do that later, that's fine. And once they get enough carrots, or they get in the mood to reproduce, so to speak, we should see a baby villager drop down. And as you can see, the excess carrots did drop down, which is 7, as expected, because they only need 12 per villager to, you know, breed. So now we just create a pathway that leads up to the breeder, and once they make the child, it will drop down, and we're gonna be just fine. So I'm gonna see you guys when that does happen. I'm gonna get building the path now. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, and we have our baby villager here in place, and it seemed to come out as... Is that a tundra villager? I'm not actually very versatile when it comes to knowing the kind of breeds of villager. Anyway, it seemed to come out as different. The 2 guys at the top are plains villagers, but it doesn't matter. So, well, anyway, I installed this 1 block opening, so this little guy should be able to pathfind to the farm. So when he does when he does grow up, he will be able to, well, he'll basically fall into and he'll be able to grow up and become a farmer. And, you know, that's gonna finish the village or temporary villager breeder, and that's it. So now all I gotta do is remove this bridge, and I'm gonna have to wait for the villager breeder to do its thing. So now, while waiting for this, actually, it just came to mind. While waiting for this, I actually think I should probably build up the area in which I'm going to be storing the villagers, because this whole concept here is going to take a while to kick in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this bridge, as I said, and I'm gonna get on, you know, working on the storing units for these villagers. So let's get on to that. So the very first thing we're gonna need is a place to place the villagers. Now, I think that these sides, as you can see here, these sides are very plain, and there's not really much to them. I mean, they're just kind of there. So I'm thinking that if I add a, you know, little villager unit and make it look a bit fancy and everything, this could actually work really well as a place to, well, basically just a villager hall to store villagers to trade with, and I think it could look really cool and also be functional at the same time. Who knows, I might move it in the future, but at the moment I think this looks like a fairly good idea. Now, first things first, I will need some carpet for the design, which requires wool, and I don't happen to have a sheep farm. Now, granted, sheep farms are extremely easy to do, but I don't think I will require that much carpet to begin with, at least. I will probably make a sheep farm at some point in the city, but for now, I think normal sheep will do. So I'm gonna get me some shears, and I'm going to go hunting for some sheep, and I will see you guys in just a minute when I've gotten enough carpet or wool to make carpets. So see you guys in just a second. Well, I just found this little bunch of sheep, but I think I'm just gonna put them all in a little makeshift cage and just let them eat grass and grow back their wool, and I'm just gonna be harvesting these guys. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, now we have all the carpet I think we'll need for this entire build, and I'm thinking that I'll make the villager area as a kind of little shack. Like this area here, this little balcony, I'll do that kind of a countertop, and you know, make it kind of like a stall you would see in a market. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Now, I won't build the actual roof of the stall yet, because I do need to get the villager star first, but I have to do two things, which is first I need to add white carpet all along these two lines. This line so they drop here, and this line so they don't run out until I actually place a block like lectern or anything else. After that, you'll see me build the thing. So now I'm just gonna quickly change all of this with carpets, and I'll see you guys in just a second when that's done. Okay, now that the carpet is all placed, this is pretty much ready to go. It's this easy if you want to make a villager nowadays, because, well, I'll explain it quickly. Basically, what happens is when the villagers hit these carpet blocks, there's actually double carpets here, as you could probably see by me placing them, but what happens is they can't actually pathfind to any double carpet blocks, so they're essentially stuck here where they can't move. So, you know, we'll place a block that's, you know, a work block, like, for example, say, a Fletcher table, or, you know, a lectern or cartography table, anything akin to that, and, well, essentially just place that, and they can't pathfind to any other block that's adjacent, because they cannot pathfind from this double carpet. Now, all we have to do at this point is to, well, wait for the villagers to breed, and after that we need to get them here, and I'm thinking that for some quick, easy emeralds that I can get for, you know, the easiest emeralds if you ask me, that I know of come from the Fletcher villagers who tried 32 sticks for 1 emerald. I am considering also using the guy, the farmer that's in the villager breeder, to trade him some carrots for emeralds. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be getting myself at least 2 mending books. If possible, I'd like to get more, but to start with, I'd like to get 2 so I can get these 2 tools mending, because they're, again, not doing very well. And essentially that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll be going AFK for a while, maybe even overnight, waiting for those villagers start to spawn. So I'll see you guys when that happens. Okay, it's been around an hour and a half, not a full night. I didn't actually go to sleep because I hate myself. But yeah, so we've got a fair bit of villagers here. I'm actually quite surprised at how fast they're coming out, and in the meantime that I was waiting for them to come out, I went and, you know, mined some iron. So I got myself, you know, some minecarts and this nice little, you know, railroad to this first position, and I'm just gonna keep moving the spruce pillar forward every time we need another one. Now, I did also pick up some bookshelves, if I can find where they are. Here. I picked up some bookshelves to make some lecterns with. Now, I don't remember what you need for Fletcher's table, but if I'm not wrong, you just need some flint. So that I already have that. So now it's time to actually get the villagers into a minecart. And so now, you know, because I'm using a railroad, I'm not actually sure if I even need the minecart with furnace, because I can just push him along manually. But honestly, I'm too lazy to do this on my own, so I'll just get myself a furnace to push along the villager. Okay, so he's in. Now, I'm not sure if I want to have this villager as a Fletcher or a librarian first, but I guess I'll figure that out in just a second. I do realize now one flaw in this design as well that I didn't think of when coming up with it, which is that it's very open and susceptible to mobs, which is a major flaw, but I think I'll find a way to circumvent that. I mean, there's easy ways to mob proof or, you know, mob protect this area, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But anyway, when I break this minecart, it should let him free and he shouldn't be able to move anywhere. But, you know, only testing will tell. Okay, so he moved one forward. I think I'm gonna have to block one away, but otherwise it worked. Let me craft myself another minecart with furnace. Yeah, so now he's standing there. He's basically locked in place. So now we just need to repeat this with some other villagers. And there he goes on his trip to Nevada or some other stupid place I can think of. Yeah, so he's now in place. Now, I do wonder if I just block this... Actually, let me quickly grab or destroy the furnace minecart. It seems that I don't have enough inventory, actually. So I am interested if I break this minecart now. So I need to block out, like, every possible square he can move in, like, I don't know, a 3, you know... So basically this and this block here. Okay, well that's interesting. Anyway, we do have 2 villagers in place, which is all we really need to begin with. So honestly, I think I'll just leave the transporting at 2 for now, honestly. I don't think we need any more. So let me quickly take all of this down. So he's become a Fletcher now. And this guy should become a librarian when I place this. Okay, and now the Fletcher also needs a special trade, which is the stick trade. Now, if you escape from here, I will be very... Oh my god. Please no.
1 hour later.
We got him back with nothing but sheer luck. I thought for a second I had already lost him. Like, Jesus Christ, that was horrible. But it taught me an important lesson, which is block off all possible movement space for these villagers. I swear to God, villagers are probably genuinely some of the most frustrating things in Minecraft. Like, there is nothing quite as frustrating as a villager, okay? And he has the stick trade, thankfully, so we won't have to deal with that again. Now, this means that we can get a fair amount of emeralds fairly easily, because we have a little bit of wood, and we still have these 4 shulker boxes here full with wood, so we can get a lot of sticks. Now, the difficult part is going to be getting this guy the mending trade. Now, imagine if it wasn't the first time. Feather falling 3 is also good, but it's not what I'm after at the moment. Also, I wouldn't take this anyway because it's level 3. I want at least 4. So, that's going to take a while, but I'm going to be, you know, changing this guy's job or occupation until he gets the mending trade. Wish me luck. And after 3 quintillion years of having this guy switch his job, I finally got him to have mending. Now, all I need to do at this point is to lock in the trade, and to do that, I need to trade with him once. That should be doable. I'm just gonna get a bunch of sticks and get a bunch of emeralds, and this will also actually lock in the Fletcher as well. I'll just do the bookshelf trade just to lock it in. But now we have a mending trade, so we just need to get 18 emeralds and some books. I think we can just break this bookshelf and get enough books for 2 of these, and yeah, we'll be okay after that. So what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm going to be trading with this guy and these, and trying to get these 2 mending books. So I'll see you guys when I'm done trading with them. So we now have these 2 mending books. That took a bit of trading, but it wasn't that long because, sticks are not exactly a limited resource. Now, all we need to do is take this diamond axe, and let's see, the enchantment cost us 5. That's not bad. Now we have mending on this, and the shovel also 5. If I didn't see that correctly. Yeah, so now we have mending on 2 of the most important ones. Now, you can see my pickaxe is almost broken, but I have a few. I have a fortune and silk touch one, as well as a efficiency 4 on breaking one, which is a exact replica of this one, which I've both used as, my main pickaxes, as I don't want to really waste silk touch and fortune before getting mending on them. Here's the thing about the mending enchantment. You need XP to repair your tools with mending, and I don't have an XP farm. That's not good. Now, my fix for this is that I'm going to, in the next episode, very likely, at least in the next episode, I'm going to be building a farm for, that will do 2 things. It will, 1, work as my automatic, XP farm, in which way I can start repairing these broken tools with mending, and it will also work as a gold farm. Now, you probably already know what I'm talking about, but I'll leave it open for those who aren't as bright. No, but anyway, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I thank you guys for watching, and if you guys did enjoy the video, please do leave a like on it. It really does help. It really shows support. Comment down below if you want something, and subscribe. I'm going to be trying to again upload as consistently as possible, if possible once a week, but I can't guarantee that. Anyway, I'm going to be going on a mining trip, as well as going to be trading with villagers and getting mending on a lot of my tools, and as many tools as possible, really. So anyway, that does it for this episode. See you in the next one. Goodbye.